everybody, this is Bobby with Bobby Stamps. You can visit my blog at bobbystamps.blogspot.com. I want to show you how I made these cute treat holders. I've been so busy making Christmas gifts for family and friends and for customer appreciation. So a lot of my customers are going to be receiving something from me. If they've placed an order with me in the last 6 months, expect to be receiving something from me in the mail. Just my way of saying Merry Christmas and thank you so much for shopping in my online store, attending a class, whatever it is that you have purchased from me through Stampin' Up. So I can't show you the names, but I'll show you. It says no peeking right there. And I'm going to try to keep the name covered so the person, if they're watching this, doesn't see their name. But this is the back of it. Super easy, super cute, just so easy to make. So as you can see, I used the different the Candy Cane Lane Designer Series paper. So we're using a couple of different stamp sets. So let me just slide all of those out of the room. I'm getting ready to package everything up when I'm done with this video. So we're going to need our Simply Scored board. You're going to need a piece of DSP. This paper is cut at 4 by 7 3/4, and we are going to score it at 1. And you really want to be careful, guys, when you're using DSP because it's a little bit thinner than our regular cardstock. And I found out the hard way. I scored mine on my Stampin' trimmer, and it ripped, but it was kind of my fault because I went back like 3 or 4 times like I do when I'm doing a card. And I just found the stylist, if you use the fatter end, it doesn't leave that bad of a mark. And I did not use my bone folder to fold this. I just used my fingers. So we're going to score it at 1. And you just want to be gentle when you're doing it, like so. And then the next one is going to be 2 3/4. Okay, I'm just going to do that one again. I think I jumped track, and I want to make sure that when I'm going to fold it over, I know which one I need to fold it on. So I just want to move this out of the way. Now we'll go over the rest of our materials. I wanted to get that scored just so we could move on. I cut 2 pieces of crumb cake, and this is about, I want to say 1 or 2 3/4 by about 2 1/2, I think. And then just a scrap piece of Real Red. This is what we're going to pop the little hearts out with. Just a tiny piece of Whisper White. That's what we're going to do the bows with. And then you need a piece of Whisper White for our sentiments. Let me move that over there. We're going to use Real Red and Basic Black ink. You're going to need the decorative label punch for our sentiment. You're going to need the tag topper, the scalloped tag topper punch. You're going to need the punch for the cookie cutter Christmas. And then we're going to use that stamp set as well. We get our sentiment from the Oh What Fun. We're using that one right there, no peeking. And then we're going to use some of the little candy from Candy Cane Christmas. And then you're going to need just a few of the very tiniest pearls. We're going to use the Candy Cane Lane Baker's Twine, and we're going to use both of those. And I again am using the white ribbon that is no longer available as my tag toppers, but you guys could use whatever you have on hand. And then we're going to use the tear and tape, I think is the name of it. So we'll just go ahead and start with this. This is a cute little holder. You could put a fingernail file in it. You could put candy in it. You could put whatever you want to in it. I'm not going to tell you what I have in mine because it's a very, very special gift for a few of my ladies. But I hope they love it because I love it. But anyway, when you fold this over, you're going to fold the shorter side in and make sure you have the longer side on the outside. Now it's not going to fit perfectly. As you can see, there's room there. It's moving around, but it has 2 notches there. So we're just going to make sure when we put it in that we have it lined up pretty straight there in the middle, okay? And it's going to turn out like that, okay? Now, once we do that, we're going to open this up. One side's going to be torn and one side's going to be put together, still whole. So that's the side that this one will fold first, and then this will fold on the outside. So let's go ahead and grab our tear and tape. I'm going to get my snips ready. And what I did was, you just want to line it up right underneath where we just punched. And then just bring your tape all the way down. I flip it over and just snip it right even with the paper. Okay. And then I like to take my bone folder and just give it a nice little scoring, just to kind of like help that adhere. And then on this side, we're going to, from the score line over to the other piece of tape, we're going to do that. And I will tell you guys too, I seen this on Jan B, I think her name's Jan Brown. She is another Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from the UK. And so I seen this on her YouTube video where she did fingernail file, like an emery board was what she put in hers. So this would be a cute gift for treat bags, like for Mother's Day. I will tell you, I'm not putting emery boards in mine. Okay, so I just put just a little piece right there at the top, and then I just trimmed what would be hanging over. So we just want to score that, make sure we have it good and down on our paper. If I find ideas from other demonstrators, I like to give them the credit. I did not come up with this design on my own, so we'll give a shout out to her for what I was trying to put in here in these little holders. That's what popped up, I will tell you that. And I thought, you know what, that is going to work perfectly for what I'm wanting to do. So we're going to fold the inside, and I'm just using my fingernail, and then you just want to let this side just kind of come over on its own, like so. And then I took my bone folder, and again, you just kind of want to be careful with it. Give it a good squeeze, and if you kind of look down in there, you can kind of like pop it and see and make sure that it's sealed really good, and it is. So we'll move this out of the way for right now. And I did forget, we also need crumb cake ink. I had to grab mine really quick. That's what we're going to stamp our gingerbread. And I've got all my stamps on a block that I'm going to need. See, I thought I was trying to get so prepared this time, guys. And every time I forget something. Every time. Okay, so we're going to take crumb cake on crumb cake. We're just going to ink that up. And then you're just going to... And I cut mine down because I don't like to waste my paper. And with that punch, the gingerbread, the candy cane punch, sometimes it will, it has the little decorative things there on the side, and I don't want to punch those out if I don't need to, okay? So I like to do mine, try to cut it down so I'm not wasting as much paper. Okay, I'm going to re-stamp this one. I'm not happy with the way it turned out. I think my ink pad, I think I need to even it out a little bit. I did that the other day with a plastic spoon with one of mine. That was just, it's really, really inky. And I think that that helps if you kind of just smooth it. And I kind of went in two different directions with my plastic spoon, and it just made my ink so much better. So I think that I'm going to have to do that with this one too. So we'll just stick our little, and it is a tight squeeze, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let me see, I don't have it in there right. But I'm patient because I don't want to waste my paper. So I'm just lining it up. See how little I'm wasting from that? We'll just shake all the the excess out. I don't think my paper came out. Oh yeah, it did. I didn't see it. And then we're going to do the same here. And if you guys don't like, you know, all the fussing that I'm doing trying to get it lined up, you can use a bigger piece of paper. But I don't mind. I'm patient. Okay. And we'll pop that one out. Okay. Just get rid of these out of our way. Put our 2 gingerbread men out of our way. I'm going to trim this one up because it looks like I got off a little bit, so his little arm looks like it might be broke, and we don't want that. I'm just trying to trim it over I kind of messed up his arm a little bit there, but it's okay. Okay, let's go ahead and pop out to our paper for our sentiment. Just trying to get everything done at one time here. So we'll put that over there for right now. Then we can open up, well, we can go ahead and do our heart. We need 2. So we're just going to put one corner in there and then another corner in there. And there's our 2 hearts. So move that out of the way for throw it away. So I'm just going to put the 2 hearts there so I don't lose them. Then we're going to ink up using our Real Red, and we'll grab the piece of white paper, Whisper White, and okay, I don't have my bows out. I thought I did. Let me grab those really quick. I'm going to have to take this one off the block to put the bow on. So we're going to do the one that we put in the little girl's hair and our gingerbread girl in Real Red. And I'm going to leave that open because we're going to need it in a minute. And we'll just put this in there, line it up, and pop it out. I'm just going to flip this around, open up my basic black, and we're going to do the same thing for the little guy. Our gingerbread man is having a black bow tie. And then I just blow on mine to help it dry really quick because I'm doing the video and I don't want to smear it. And we'll pop that one out. And then what else do we need to pop out for them? I think that's it. So let's grab the sentiment, and it's the No Peeking, and ink it up. And then we'll just stamp it right in the center, pull up, and I'm going to grab a scrap piece of paper because we stamp off. I didn't want the images to be that bright and get in the way of the little No Peeking thing. So I stamped off twice. So we're going to ink this up in Real Red, stamp off, and then I did mine the candy cane like right between the no and the peeking. And then we're going to do the same with the gumdrop, stamp off. I kind of placed it in the center, and then the other little piece of candy, stamp off, and do that one there too. How cute is that? Okay. This is a super cute idea that goes together really fast. Okay, and I think I'm just going to trim this up a little bit better because my crumb cake paper for that one I don't think was quite big enough, or either I got off to one side because it doesn't look the greatest. Okay. Now, I took 2 dimensionals, and you can see my black ink is not dry. I just inked it up a couple of days ago. So when I was making these in bulk, I would let them set and dry before I touched them, but because I'm doing the video, I've touched this one right away, and I've smeared it. You can see it's smearing really bad. So we'll just pretend that it's not because I'm doing the video for you guys and I don't want to have to stop. So if you re-ink, let it dry before you touch it. That's my tip for you guys for today. Okay, now let's take and grab, I'm going to use the two-way glue pen because I still have it. It has a little bit left in it. And we'll take the little bow for the little man. And we'll just put just a little bit of ink or glue. And then we'll just put his little bow right there. And then we'll ink the one up for her. And we'll put it right there. And then I'm going to put just a little bit of ink. I don't know why I keep saying ink. Glue on the two little spots for her belly button. I'm going to grab my tweezers because I have a hard time holding on to these. And we're just going to put her little hearts right there where the little buttons are supposed to be. Like so. Okay. Then we'll grab one of the tiniest of the pearls. And I will tell you guys, because these are going in the mail, not the one I'm making for you guys, but the other ones, I did take my two-way glue pen, and, or the fine tip glue pen, I mean, and I just put a little dot of extra glue down, because I just wanted to make sure, you know, I didn't want anybody to get theirs and their pearl be off. Whoops. And I can't get a hold of this one to make it stay. These are tiny, tiny, tiny. I'll probably stick to my hand. Whoop. Okay. I think I accidentally ripped the adhesive off of the pearl when I pulled it off there, so I'm just gonna use just a little bit of the glue, the adhesive, and we'll just set that down there, and hopefully it's so tiny I can't even get my fingernail on top of it. Just hold that there for a second and it should be okay. And we'll let that dry just for a minute so I don't have to fuss with it. Then the next thing we're going to do is take both of the ribbons, and I just lined them up. You want to make sure, like this one's kind of unraveling there where I just got done using, so I'm just going to snip the end off. Woo! And then I just lined both of these up like so and made a bow. Okay. And then just kind of pull on it to get it the size you want. I'm going to pull just a little bit more. Cinch it up. Cut your ends off. Then we're going to use a glue dot. And I just kind of held onto my ribbon down like that when I was grabbing my glue dot. Kind of helps them not get all tangled up in that. And then I just put that right in the center of the no peeking. And then we'll grab, get that out of the way. I put 2 dimensionals on the back of each one of the gingerbread people. Like that. And then you can put the little boy on top or the little girl at the top. Doesn't really matter. I kind of alternated mine on the ones I was making. And then turn that one like that. And then I just took a little piece of the white ribbon that's no longer available. I put my little gift on the inside. And then you just take this from the front, pull it through, and then just cinch it down like so. How cute, other than my black smudged ink. How cute. I just love these, and they go together Just so easy, and you could adjust the measurement for whatever you need. So thank you guys so much for stopping by, watching the video. You can visit my blog. It's bobbystamps.blogspot.com, and I'll have all the supply list minus the white ribbon that is no longer available on my blog for you guys. Thank you so much, and Merry Christmas.